will assume we're live. I can see nothing on my channel, but it usually runs a little behind. So we'll assume things are running as they should. It's Saturday night. We got most of the gang here. We're going to be short of Kim tonight. But yeah, we're doing some Cyberpunk Red, and there it is. It just showed up. Let me make sure I mute myself and drop us down to a glorious 120p or 160p because, yeah, it just looks better that way. Cyberpunk Red, a little dramedy I'm calling Choom is the name of this story. We had some interesting things happen last time with Marius in the hospital, showing how excellent medical care in the future can be if you can afford it. Richard, who are you playing tonight?
I'm playing somebody who can, well, not afford it, but can do it for themselves, as I am playing Laszlo Sahane, the medtech of the group. Huzzah!
All right, so now I'm envisioning Laszlo with a mirror, instead of those little handheld things trying to pull a bullet out of his backside. Because you can medic yourself.
Why not?
Jameis, who you got?
I have Sebastian. I'm all here for Sebastian. That's all that matters.
Wait, that's a raccoon.
It's a red panda, technically.
Okay.
Not a raccoon. But I don't have a rat plush, so.
Sebastian is in disguise. So who is Sebastian's pet?
Elena, the chick girl / nomad.
Yeah, so Oak is in the stream. Check out Oak stuff. I'm going to drop the link in there. Thanks for visiting, Oak. All right, so we've got Elena, and tell us all about your character, Kelly.
Hello, I'm playing Marius. I'm probably bleeding out profusely right now, and I think we'll all discover I'm the world's biggest baby when it comes to being needled and tested and poked and prodded.
Are you kidding? Within seconds of them airdropping through the roof of the Denny's, your bleeding would have stopped as they slap patched you every square inch of your body to stabilize you and get you on board that medical carrier. You're
Sure,
not bleeding.
Initially,
even the places you're supposed to bleed, you're probably not bleeding.
Initially, but like I said, I'm the worst patient, so I'm moving around and I'm not sitting still and I'm whining and flailing around. So we'll see how this goes.
How much are you paying them? Is it enough to offset your whining, etc., or are they going to put you down in the van on the way?
Well, I only paid for the exec package, so I don't.
They're accustomed to it.
Oh, exec packages most definitely come with whining. The whining clauses.
There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
They have to put up with so many minutes of it. You better watch. They're counting down the minutes. You get 50 minutes of whining. After that, they sedate you.
Well, I gotta appreciate people that follow their procedures to the letter. So,
yeah, shows the professionalism.
Right.
Marius, let's start off with you. As
let's introduce Stephen as well. Hey.
Oh,
Stephen,
yes. I'm sorry. It's the fact that Stephen doesn't have an animated thing there. He's just a big cowboy on a horse. I think a silhouette of one. In fact, it's difficult to remember. But go ahead and tell us who you're playing tonight, Stephen. Yes, as Oak says. Oh, that guy.
The not difficult to remember character, however, is Pinball, who just, bounces around, does his game life, and, wrecks shit with cars.
Yep. Antagonizes officers of the law, all kinds of things.
Hey, they didn't think I would carry through on my threat. I did.
And that's why somewhere Pinball has a record.
Of course, high score.
So Marius, you awake to the pleasant sensation of having probably some variant of morphine being pumped into your body to keep the pain away. As emergency surgery has been done, you've been stitched up, you've had various work done, bullets have been removed, and you're in a very pleasant room, smells of vanilla and cookies. because that's also part of your executive level treatment. And you awake to the pleasant sight of bouquets and bouquets of flowers just strung around your room, and a nurse passed out on the floor, not moving.
Do I have any recollection of shooting the nurse or hitting the nurse or something?
No. The last thing you remember is yelling at surgical teams dropping from the roof of the Denny's that there's blood coming out of you that ought not. And that was the last thing you remember.
Definitely should not have been coming out of those places it was coming out of. I definitely remember that. That was a very, very, very not a good time. Do I have like one of those call buttons?
Yes, your
discreetly-
left hand has the button to add more of a pseudo morphine drip to your line, and the other hand has the nurse button.
I can't remember.
The nurse
which button
button
to
is
press.
very small in comparison.
I'm pressing both buttons just because I think I need both.
Oh yeah, that haze just gets to be a bit more comfortable and numb. Unfortunately, when you're pushing the nurse button, you can see that there's some buzzing or vibrating coming from the waistline of the nurse that's laying on the ground.
I'm gonna press the morphine button again because it's gonna hurt, and then I'm gonna rip out the catheter.
Oh,
Is there anyone else in here? Like, it's a private room, right?
It's a private room. It is
with
out,
a window
it's
and is the door closed?
There is no window, although there is a giant screen that is displaying a nice beach scene.
Okay.
Playing across it.
So is there any shadows in the room where someone could be hiding?
No, it's very bright, and it's a private room, but it is small. It's like a 6x6 room.
Oh, that's pretty tiny. You have to pay.
Yeah, it's pretty tiny. It's big enough for your bed and all all the monitoring equipment here, and a couple of places for folks to sit, which are currently housing various plants, bouquets. There's some balloons, some Mylar balloons.
Okay.
Get well.
Yeah, I'm sure they just printed them up on the printer. All right. Well, I'll take out all the hoses and everything, the needles.
Okay. That sets some alarms off on your consoles.
Okay.
And very quickly, your door opens. Another nurse doesn't open all the way because the body of the other nurse is blocking it. And so it's like a thub. And then it's a push as the other nurse is shoved out of the way. And a much beefier nurse kind of comes in, looks at the floor, registers it, but is more concerned about the patient who's paying an enormous bill. Oh, did you ring? It looks like you pulled out some of the monitorings. Now that's a very bad patient.
Right.
She
Where am I?
Over the body on the floor. starts putting everything back in place.
I do not let her put the catheter in.
We can do without this one now. You seem to be functioning. Looks down, looks up.
Yeah, get it all in. Why is there someone passed out on the floor of my room?
I do not know, but
that.
you're my
part of my
primary
package.
concern. You're my primary concern. Are you doing well? Anything I can get for you?
Am I getting any feeling that this nurse, like, that I'm not at the hospital, that this is all a facade?
Sounds like there's probably a skill for that.
If there is, don't ask me to tell you what it is. I'm going to say awareness, perception.
You can do that, but deduction is what I was kind of hedging at. If you don't have deduction, you can do.
Where would deduction be? It's not control, not in.
Let me pull
No,
that.
you're asking. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know where any of these are. Social? No.
You might not, if you don't have any points in it, it might not show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's do. What did I say?
It's under education, I think.
Yeah, education. There it is.
Education. Oh, I do have a deduction 5. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, this is not going to be good.
No. This sniffs out. I mean, you do have a very high level of commitment from this hospital with what you're paying per month. You know this seems right to you, feels right. Medical equipment does definitely have the badges for the local. Actually, it's not the local hospital. This is a private hospital. They're not going to dump you
Okay.
off at a local community hospital.
So this is much better. All right.
St.
Well,
Ignatius.
okay.
The other package does drop you off in the public hospital after they fix you up.
Hmm.
All right. So I'm not feeling good vibes with someone unconscious in my room. Like, that just doesn't make sense. And I have no recollection of hitting them. And if I tried to hit them, I'd probably knock myself out anyways.
Mhm.
So I'm just,
Oh, where did all these flowers come from? You didn't have any visitors.
lady, I've been unconscious. What do you expect me to know?
Well, we can review the video. She kind of leans down, puts two fingers on the neck of the woman. Oh, she's fine.
Do you know who
have
she,
the platinum package?
do you her benefits are really crappy. Do you know who she is? Do you work with her?
Of course, yes. This is Caroline. This was her shift.
Your lack of concern for her is oddly scary.
She kind of looks around and she says, I've been wanting her shift for years.
Right. So you did that.
Oh, no, not me. No.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry. We'll check the security cameras. I'll let you know. If there's nothing else, and she kind of just grabs her arm and starts dragging her out of the room.
Can you send the private chef up? I'd like something to eat. Maybe your best
Okay,
Corby,
so
puddings.
Jameis just popped into the chat saying, let's see, we at the hospital. If the member doesn't want to pay extra, treatments from it seem will every possible then using the paramedic before dropping off the nearest
Executive
hospital.
includes all the treatments. So
you've been treated. After this, you would be released to a public hospital.
Okay.
So yeah, so this is a private hospital, but soon you will be kicked out these doors.
Okay. Not if I need further treatments, though.
You're gonna stab yourself.
I think I feel a bladder infection coming on. That catheter wasn't great.
Yep. Now that you're up and moving a little bit, you kind of got the taste of the anesthetic and everything out of your mouth, although you clicked that button a few times, so you got a lot of pseudomorphine running through your body as well, but this undeniable smell of like freshly cooked food. And you look over and there is a box in the closest chair to you.
Ooh, what's in there? What do I see?
Pick it up. There's a card on the top that says "Get well soon," signed with just an N.
Ooh, Nancy!
Oh, darn. I was hoping it was the Pokemon antagonist.
All right, so I definitely open it up eagerly.
Oh, it is a freshly baked meat pie. Smells like lamb.
Oh, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to put a bib on and I'm going to chow down.
Yeah, try out that new quarter mile worth of intestine they had to put in you.
Well, we got to make sure it works. And what better way to try solid food immediately after surgery?
Yeah. Unfortunately, you are still under heavy medication, so it does kind of mess with you. It smells wonderful. You really can't taste much. You've just got so much medication running through your body.
Yeah.
But it tastes hot. It tastes savory, but you really can't. It's just all the drugs are just messing with it.
But I know Nancy's cooking. I can taste it without having to actually taste it.
It's spiced just right.
I had intestinal surgery recently. I know exactly what you do.
All right. So
you do see also on the chair next to you, all the personal gear that you were wearing has been bagged up because they're making no attempt to clean it, so it's still covered in blood and bullet holes.
Okay. Well, I guess
your agent's there though in the bag.
All right. Well, I guess I'll get changed. Get rid of the draft that's hitting me from the backside, and we'll check the agent and see if there's any messages. If not,
nope.
Not from us.
Well then, fuck you all. I know where
I
my
don't
friend.
know. Did anybody learn the lesson of calling easily tracked agents? No, just us.
Look who you're talking to. I don't learn lessons,
or know anything about security.
right? Come on. I just type letters into a computer. All right, well, I'll get changed,
Okay.
pat, and grab the bottle of champagne that someone.
Okay, yeah. So once
thoughtfully
again,
left.
you have to pull out a bunch of the monitoring equipment to get out of bed, and the same nurse
Yep.
comes back. It's like, what is Marius's last name, or what would he have put on? Well, no, it would have to be his name. So, what is Marius's last name?
He doesn't know.
What
it's
would
just
you have
Marius.
wrote down on your contract?
Nothing.
This Marius,
Just Marius.
Mister, and she refers to something, Mister Marius. You're still heavily medicated, sir, and you're gonna start feeling the pain of all the stitchings that we had to put into you. And oh, did you just eat something? Ooh.
Oh, I was a little hungry. The chef didn't show up.
You really should eat for at least the next 12 hours. Oh, that's gonna. Okay, well, look, I'm gonna ask the doctor for prescription in case you get a side effect from having eaten that, like an infection. We'll go
That's
ahead.
not the problem.
Are you checking yourself out? It says here that, looking over your chart, we're supposed to observe you for 6 hours. Any longer than that, if you feel it's necessary, we're going to send you over to the general. Are you feeling okay?
Well, clearly not. I've pulled out all my tubes. I need a
Okay,
mental. I need
well,
a psychology consult.
There's
I'm going to
still
be here for
3 more hours of observation that we're contracted to put you under. But if you're saying you'd like to check out early, I mean, those 3 hours are quite expensive. We could bill someone else for those.
But wait, I don't have to pay for those hours, right?
Yes, you do.
You know what? Don't check me out yet. I'm just going to go for a lap or two, see how I feel, and then we'll decide.
Oh, okay. Just slowly, please. You are, as I said, stitched up expertly. But you can pop those stitches. We wouldn't want your innards to become outards.
No, that would look very bad on your hospital, wouldn't it?
Yes.
I would definitely leave you a horrible Yelp review.
I'll check back in an hour.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so I'm gonna look for the other. I'm gonna get changed, grab my gun, load it up. I'm gonna see if the other military man is here that I shot a few times.
Oh, you're gonna leave the room?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can't wear your personal belongings unless you want to get dressed in bloody clothing riddled with bullet holes. So you're still wearing the hospital gown that they did the surgery with you on.
I guess I don't want to wear those clothes. They're kind of bloody. I'll just grab
And
my
I gotta
gun.
ask, are you taking the morphine drip with you? I mean, just you might not have pulled out that one.
I could just suck from the bag directly. I'll just grab the banana bag.
Okay.
And we'll just stick it in my gown pocket. I'll be sure to tie up the back end, and we'll go for a walk and see what happens.
All right. Well, the moment you step out of your room, there are orderlies there that say, "Oh, Mr. Marius, I'm afraid you'll need to go back into your room. This is a private area here. Of course, your own room is quite safe and comfortable. If there's anything we can get you, we'd be happy to do so. But I'm sorry, you'll have to stay there until you're released."
And how many of them are there?
2 very burly guys.
Okay, that was my next question. All right. I'll go back to bed. Can you send the chef up?
There's no chef, sir.
Sommelier?
No, and he looks like you see a moment as he's like looking at something, and one of them's got a cyber eye. It looks like you're not supposed to have any solid foods for at least the next 12 hours. I can get you a nice juice pack.
Yes, please see that arrives promptly.
Okay, well, if you'll just go to your room first, Mr. Marius here, and George here will go down and get you a great juice pack.
Great. Perfect. Thank you. And
Okay,
I'll go
you
back
go back
in,
into your room.
and I'm
All
gonna
right, this
listen to
time
see
you
if
hear a
anything-
lock being engaged
Oh.
from the other side.
Can I hack through it?
Well, it's physical. You want to tell me
Oh.
how you want to do that?
I have no idea
Mhm.
how to do it.
And also, you do notice now that in one of the corners, it wasn't on before, but the video cam now has a nice red glow coming from it, letting you know that it is now active. But the orderly does come back with a nice juice pack.
All right.
Mango Sunrise.
It's not what I asked for. I'm paying all this money. Fine, it'll do. I guess I'll get back into bed. I'll reinsert the morphine drip. I'm not putting the catheter back in. And I guess I'll sit there and watch some TV.
Okay, yeah. The wall that was showing a beach scene tells you all the broadcasts that are being put on right now, including you can also watch through their closed circuit. You can see the views from the outside of the hospital. They've got a nice indoor park that you can look at. It's got the sound of soothing bird calls being piped in.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Maybe I'll have a brief nap while I wait.
Meanwhile, having fled the scene of multiple crimes, I assume you guys are going to meet up eventually back up at your cubicle hotel.
I mean, eventually. So 2 days later.
I picked up Kim's character, whose name I've forgotten, and the two clients.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, unless you have a reason to hold them hostage after
I'm just thinking
clearing the banks, their money cleared just fine.
Yeah,
they tell you everything they know.
That was Marius and Pinball insisted on all that sort of stuff, and Kim, I had nothing to do with that negotiation.
And they give you a burner ID that you can use to get a hold of them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we'll say maybe 24 hours later, you guys get back together.
Okay.
No word from Marius. He was hot lifted out of the scene, obviously in the best of care.
None of us have any contact with trauma team, I'm pretty sure. So
Laszlo probably
I was
does.
gonna say I can probably find something out.
Yeah.
You know, maybe if
Because
he's
they
alive.
still call Laszlo's team when their clients are beyond help. You know, so
They also call Laszlo's team after they extract their client to deal with all the bodies they left behind.
yes.
Okay.
I will call down to the morgue and see. Have we had a call from a trauma team where they have listed the occupation of the person as dentist / martial artist / hacker? Do we have someone like that? No? Yes?
Well, you can go over the night's
They
reports.
have a dentist / martial artist, but not a dentist martial artist hacker.
Well, there were several deaths and dismemberments and injuries that were called in from that night. The police were on the scene, so they're the ones that called in the wagons. Marius wasn't the only one that had good health care. There were a few other folks that were lifted out that day. If you want to track things down, yeah, you can absolutely find out what hospital Marius is in, especially since you know his you probably know his medical ID and stuff like that. So you can. If you know who to ask for and you're in the system, it's not hard for you to track him down. He's over at St. Ignatius, which is a private hospital. You can look at his records. He's due to be released in the next few hours to the local hospital. If he still needs care, otherwise they're just releasing him. Listed as stable.
What? Obviously not a mental evaluation then.
No, I should say physically
No.
stable. Mentally,
I could go and pick him up in my morgue wagon. Because I mean, either way, I would be there for him with the morgue wagon. So yeah, all right. I go pick him up, and are we coming back here to to our flats hotel thing that we own?
I guess.
All right, I'll be back in a jiffy.
It's going to do wonders for me to see the morgue come to get me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They wheel me out to the morgue. It's like,
they wheel you out to the dead body van, and they're like,
Oh,
okay.
this is not going the way I thought it would go.
I want to take you to all of your friends.
It's going to cause me
Uh,
nightmares.
Yeah, so Marius, after an hour comes by, you are feeling a bit better. You are starting to feel sore from all the surgery that they did do. You're starting to get a little attenuated to the morphine, so it's not helping as much. They do come. They bring you just basically an off-the-shelf shirt, some pants that you can wear on your way out. Yeah, and one of the nurses will start packing up all of your flowers and stuff that were left behind as well.
Oh, you know what? Why don't you donate those to, like, I don't know, some homeless kids or something? They probably want them.
Nurse picks up one and says, "Are you sure? It seems like your employers, really hope you're doing well." Yeah, so one of the wreaths that were left behind, which looks oddly like a wreath you'd put at a funeral and not at, somebody's sick bed. It's like they weren't sure which you were, so corporate just sent flowers that could be used either way.
It's the thought that counts. You know what?
Yeah.
I am going to keep Nancy's card.
Okay.
Her little get well card. I'll take that. Keep that.
From corporate, even the tag is form filled. It's like underlined, and someone typed in Marius over the form.
Yeah. I didn't
We
pay
hope you
the.
get better. / your journey onward goes.
Well, again, I guess it's the thought that counts. I didn't pay the extra add-on for the personalized service, just the healthcare. So.
In this time of recovery / bereavement, we would like to.
They're always cutting corners somewhere, cutting costs. That's very nice of them. Yeah, let's donate them. I think the homeless kids will love seeing some nice daffodils or whatever these things are. I have no idea what they are.
Well, the children's cancer ward can use a little bit of sprucing up. I'll just go drop them off there.
Yeah, that sounds lovely. Are you going to push me out in my wheelchair, or do I have to walk?
Oh no, of course.
Let's go.
After you've gathered your stuff, they'll wheel you out. Laszlo has made arrangements to be your pickup.
Okay.
Yes. And as the body wagon pulls up, the orderly that's brought you down is like, "Is this your ride? I hope you're riding up front, not in the back."
I don't know what the plan is, but I hope this ends well for me in the end. I'm like, I think I know whose this is. This might be okay. I'll be like,
Okay,
Laszlo!
Yes, I will get out and wave. Yes. Hello. I'm
Okay,
here
so
for you.
All right, so this, I think I'm still going to live by the end of this. So, thanks, orderly.
This is Laszlo. You know this guy. This is Henry. He sometimes sells body parts your way.
No. No.
Just
I'll go over to him and ask. You didn't take anything from my friend, did you? We need him in one
He
piece.
pauses for a minute, thinks about it. He's in 318. No, we took spleen out of 319. Yeah, I'll never miss it.
Oh, spleen. No, I'm not here for shopping. I'm here just to pick up. Okay. Don't worry, I'll be around some other day. Pick up some of the things. Yes. Okay.
Oh, hey, if you're in the market for some eyes, we got some perfectly good left eyes. Just the left. Big shooting range accident. They're trying out this new scope on the rifles. It didn't pass inspection. Left eyes, just
Oh, that is a shame. Okay, well, if I find someone who needs a load of left eyes, I will send them your way.
Hey, fresh for a week. Discounted after that. Can't guarantee they'll work.
Okay. Well,
Gives you the fist bump. Later, Laszlo.
good to see you, Henry. Well, let us go back to the flats place. Everybody is really excited to see you.
Oh, that's great. I can't wait to see everyone and ask why no one sent me any get well messages.
Didn't know where you were until a few hours ago.
Right. How long have
And
I been away?
About 24 hours.
No, like a day,
Yeah.
yeah. Not that
Yeah.
long.
It took them a while to actually register you in a system for Laszlo to find you.
I mean, we had our own problems. We had to hide from things as well. I mean, you know how it went down.
Well, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I've got a lot of drugs in me right now, and I had a lot of bullets removed. So
I mean, I could flush your system immediately of all drugs if you wanted.
that's probably not going to be good for me if you do that right now.
Okay, I won't do that then.
Maybe later. So
All right.
you might just have to put up with me for a little bit longer.
Yeah, so you are uploaded a sheet basically telling you liquid diet for the next 12 hours, no
Now they
strenuous
tell me.
activity. If you see bleeding, you should probably contact your local doctor.
But I've got a karate tournament coming up. I know Laszlo will patch me up.
So as you come in your front door, because you picked it up last time, Tetra has lovingly put out one of the rocket launchers disguised as an umbrella holder, like right as you come in the front door. Just this, the fluted end of a rocket launcher holding several umbrellas and
Well,
coat draped over the back.
Umbrella's got fired at you. That would actually still be pretty deadly.
All right, everyone is back. Construction still goes on the premises, but it's very minimal at this point. There's no sections of your place that's been blocked off now. They're just doing the final wiring and water line work. So there's just like one worker just moving around, checking on things. You've already gotten the okay that you're all up to code now.
Regarding water, anyway.
Enough.
Huh.
Yep.
At least one thing is going our way.
I should certainly hope so. We paid money for that. And we didn't even kill anybody. I feel there was a skipped step in the process where we did not kill anybody to make this happen.
Well, if it makes Pinball feel better, there was a large amount of bribery. There was a lot of bribery going on.
I mean, it helps a little. But we can still sacrifice a tenant or two.
And probably theft, because I think I think all of your parts were gotten through back channels.
Well, that was very important. But that is strictly necessary for the process. If you're not stealing it, are we even living here if we're not stealing something for the place? Oh, hello, Marius. Welcome back. Have you learned about not contacting people unnecessarily?
Hi, how's it going? I'm Marius. Nice to meet you.
Yes, I am seeing you are not educating yourself. Here's your card. I waited until you were in person.
Oh, thank you.
There's a couple bullet holes in it and a price tag still on it.
I know that sounds pretty pinballish to have bullet holes in it. I think that's I feel pretty honored. He took the time to use a bullet on a card for me. I mean that.
Yes, that is how it happened, and not an opportunistic picking up a card from a firefight. Yes.
Sounds good.
Sebastian brings you some cheese.
I definitely.
He's nibbled on it, but what do you expect?
Well, I'll definitely have some cheese. they said I have to have a soft diet,
Oh, no
He says
solids.
like-
No solids.
but it's cheap. Okay, can we melt it? Then it's not solid, right? If I hold it.
Oh,
and
fondue. Fondue. Oh, yeah.
So, Marius, you will have healed twice your body stat in hit points back. You never got any mortal wounds, right?
I don't
I think-
remember. Did
I
I?
think he got down to mortal at the last.
I don't think.
I'm down to
the last-
3. I'm down to 3.
Yes, that's mortal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seriously, everything under seriously wounded, I believe, is considered mortal.
So I had a max. I have a max of 30, and I went down to 3.
I would say mortal.
Hmm.
What's your seriously wounded threshold? Should be 10.
15,
would
I would have thought.
Fine with that.
Oh, critical injury is what I'm trying to think. You didn't take a crit. You just took a lot of damage.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah. I don't remember
Yep.
anything being told it was a crit.
Yeah, you didn't have like an arm blown off or anything like that. You just took a lot of damage.
Correct. Yeah. I think I still have armor left too. Like I think. Yeah.
A
There's
little
still
bit.
some on my armor. Okay. So twice my body in healing.
What's your body?
5. So
10.
Yep.
So you
And then
go
you'll
through.
heal your body each night hereafter, assuming you don't do anything strenuous.
So exercise time.
So I think you're still seriously wounded.
it still
Uh,
hurts.
Probably.
Mhm.
Definitely hurts. I'm sure I'll be better. Laszlo, will I be better for my karate tournament on the weekend?
Oh, the weekend.
It
How-
depends. Do you
That
have money?
depends.
Yes, of course you have money.
Well, that also depends. Is today Monday or Friday?
Eh,
Kind of lost track on what day it is.
No idea.
I think we deliberately don't keep track of that.
There we go.
it's, it's always Friday at 8:30 or something. If this is a sitcom, surely.
It's always Friday somewhere. Otherwise, we can't have Friday night firefights, as per the rules.
Very true. Well, I think I'll just sit on the couch, bleed out a little bit through my dressings, and just whine, complain.
Yeah, so you're stabilized, so you're not taking further injuries from being injured, and then it's just a
Okay.
process of slow healing now. They used chemicals to get you that double the first night that you were there. That's why you got double body after that.
Perfect.
Yeah. But from here on out, it's just body.
Which is
Are there like healing vets and stuff in this system?
There are, but that is not included in his.
I know he doesn't have one.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, does one thing exist that we might be able to?
I mean,
might be a handy thing for us to have sometime.
So I think it's important that we address the Marius in the room.
Hi, Mario.
Hey, everyone.
Yeah, just
right there.
I'm just on the couch over here. Don't mind. Is my TV too loud? Sorry.
Did you clean the? Did you reset your agent so that they wouldn't be tracking it before you came here?
He still hasn't.
Which agent? You mean this one or this one?
Both. Both. We are meeting of the both.
Well, the answer to your question is the same, and it's no.
Right. It was nice living here. We had the statue, but we have to move now. Unless, Elena, do you have any sort of wizardry you can cast on this?
I don't want to move. I'm still recovering from my gunshot wounds.
Well, I mean,
Sounds
please
like
try.
The military knew who he was anyway, so if they knew who he was, they know where he lives. So this was never going to be a surprise.
Well, they were tracking him down, so
Yeah.
they knew what his. I don't think they actually knew who he was. They asked him who he was.
And I probably answered
Oh, well.
truthfully, so.
Yes,
They
but
don't know.
you don't have a listed address. You don't have a listed address, do you?
I mean, we have a business that is running that is this address. So,
But I'm
you
not
know.
part of the business.
Are you not?
Well,
No,
should be.
it was decided I was not business material.
Well,
thought
I mean,
you
I
you
think
were
you
the
got shares
face
and
of
things
it.
in this.
I'm pretty sure you're hooked up. You're not the face of it, but you're on the
Oh, would we
contract.
we wouldn't put all our names, just the owners. We'd have put.
Sebastian's on the contract. Sebastian can sign things.
Well, I don't remember what I signed.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Kitty, are you around here, Kitty? That's the other ghost in the machine, Elena.
Mhm.
Because she has a cat body now.
Yep.
Oh,
Does not respond to you calling her Kitty though.
Cat. Elena, not Elena. Or is it Elena, not Elena? I forget you.
One of the
two
E
together now.
one of the E pets slithers in, one of the snake ones.
Why are you a snake now?
It opens its mouth so you can hear
Why
the
not?
tiny little speaker that it's in it. Cat was boring.
Cat had 4 legs.
Yeah, but slithering's cool.
I will have to take your word for this. But how are you on the electronic security and general counterintelligence area?
I don't know. I mean, you guys don't have anything like really set up in here. I mean, I'm not connected to anything if that's what you're asking. I don't know. It all kind of just, I'm sure there's like programming and math behind it and such, but really it's just like, I think about like just moving my arm or something and I'm able to do things. I don't know. What do you want me to do?
I go over to Marius and like grab his agents away from him. I tug of war them if I have to.
That's okay. My contract was up. It's time for
Go to wipe these and reset their, the tracking data on these. We would like them not to be tracked, pretty please. Otherwise, I will just shoot them.
I mean, I can, she kind of connects to them, looks at them. It's like, well, yeah, I mean, they're both being tracked. I mean, I can shut them off internally. I can't really,
Remember, we don't have the net or anything, so it's not like they can ping the towers and find out where this thing is.
Hopefully you got out of their range before they tracked you to here. So, Marius, I suppose as a courtesy to Marius, you can copy down his contact information because these are about to go into the grinder.
Okay. Okay. Wow, Marius pays for a lot of porn sites.
Hey, quiet. Confidentiality and all that stuff.
I guess that's what is this place called? Only Feet?
Look, sometimes I forget to cancel. I just take the complimentary subscription and then I forget to cancel because I needed to sign. Okay, you know what? Just let's not talk about this anymore.
Okay, we're good.
But if you want to talk,
I'm just saying they're tracked because, like, he's got his tracking turned on. That's all. I mean, I don't think no one's actively contacting the phones, but he's got his tracking turned on.
Why is his tracking turned on?
Well,
why is your tracking turned on?
Well, so if I misplace the agent, then I can just find it again with my other agents.
Let's see. Is any of this imported in the last couple of days time frame? Can you find that out?
Oh yeah, it's got like a bank in here. Yeah, it looks like there was like a ping. Is that what it's called when there was like a ping to this phone like a little bit over a day ago? Be right around the time the detectives found you.
Why are you thinking Elena has any kind of tech school there, Pinball?
Because she's a computer now.
Dad got nothing to do with it.
It's got everything to do with it. Are you a cool snake that is able to look at things from a computer perspective?
Well, not really. It's kind of like I can open his phone like a book, and I can just kind of read it. I mean, I'm sure there's like stuff going on in the background, but I'm just like looking at his phone.
See? So, Other Elena, did you want to volunteer any services, or are you like, oh no, let's just nothing to do about it?
I don't know what they can do about it. I said that we're not. It's not easy to ping the tower and find out where we are. So, besides, we've got the AI cube that can pretty much hack anything and add lots and loads of security if they didn't want to attack us or anything anyway. So,
Oh, its name is Herb, by the way.
See, it's Herb. Maybe
Herb.
we could. Sure. Yeah.
Me?
So let's just turn off this tracking for now. Turn off.
How does he get deliveries before now?
So remember to use a proxy again next time. That's what these burner phones are for. I show.
VPN.
Oh,
That's sponsoring.
oh, please, somebody else talk to Marius. I need to lie down. Otherwise, he will have to go back to the hospital, as I will shoot him.
I don't recommend getting shot. It hurts.
I know, it is terrible. Stop doing it.
I didn't want to do it the first time. I thought I'd get the guy, but I was wrong. That was a mistake.
If an item is listed as luxury, is it hard to get, or is it just expensive, or what?
What is? Sorry.
If an item is listed as luxury.
Oh, it just means that it's expensive and maybe difficult to get. I mean, if you have connections, almost nothing's difficult to get. It's just a matter of money.
Okay, well, we don't have. Still coming Petro with us, so never mind.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I was thinking
Herb is
about
in his
picking up
terrible
a
twos, by the way.
cyber tank.
He's like a child, and he's just like learning like things.
We need to, for Herb, we need to set up a educational children's programming. Let's see, is the Teletubbies still a thing? We are in their apocalyptic future now.
He's been throwing tantrums that like he can't connect further out than like the building.
That's the world we're in.
I mean,
yeah, we're pretty upset about that too, to be honest.
Yes, it is bad. Sorry, Herb. That is not my problem. I am saying it is not my problem.
Do you think we could get Uncle Marius to do some babysitting while he's here on drugs?
Oh, speaking of which, I think it's time for another dose. Starting to wear off.
You're about to be in for a very bad time.
Oh, I've already had a very bad time. Thank you very much.
Oh, you have not even yet begun to have a bad time. Oh boy.
Yay,
Wait till those drugs wear off.
Welcome to the real karate experience.
Oh, no kata today, thank you. I think I just need to stay off my feet.
What
world
are you
is
talking
getting
about?
a
This
bit-
is when you should be performing kata, when it is hard and difficult and painful.
It's
That's
always
when
hard
you-
and difficult and painful.
Oh, but now your life is on the line if you do it badly.
So all the scream sheets that are being posted about the things that went on at Denny's, it's like there's a lot of speculation. Police aren't offering any information. It's like drug bust gone bad? Question mark.
If there were
10
drugs
dies, several wounded in late night Denny's raid.
there- Pinball, how many did you shoot and kill?
Amazingly, I only ran them over. Actually, did I shoot the one guy? I think I might have shot the one guy, the sniper. No, I ran him over. I ran over like 6 people.
Oh, wow. You had a busy night.
I know, Elena. Why didn't you run over anybody? You had a vehicle.
Because she's a snake and snakes don't run people over. She wasn't even there.
The other one, you.
One of you two has got to change your name. This is just too confusing.
I shall now refer to you as Sebastian's owner. That will be more clear, I think.
Sebastian shitters at you in a disapproving way.
Oh, I am sorry, Sebastian. Sebastian's pet. So, Sebastian's pet, why did you not run over anybody?
Why would I run people over?
As it's the very expedient thing to do.
No, I
Expediency,
just drove out.
expediency.
What part of being a nomad makes you think I run? Oh, right. Yeah, no, it's going to do.
The snake is following the conversation and says, "Has no one actually explained real life consequences to pinball?"
A bit of an Half-Life consequences. Ooh. There's a throwback for you.
It is all just a video game to him. He's trying to get. When you run people over, it lowers your high score.
What? This is madness. Hacks.
Yes. That might be the way to do it. Yes.
They're worth more points when shooting them. I understand. But also...
yeah, sure.
Oh, but why is it I am the only one that understands violence around here?
I think I've got a good idea about the part of getting bullets in your body.
See, that's the wrong application of violence. That's receiving violence. You want to dish out the violence.
Well, I guess you gotta understand one to figure out the other, right?
Yeah, he makes a hand so motion. It can help, but preferably you don't want to learn that lesson too much.
Hey guys, I just ordered a pizza, so if one of you can get.
Oh, you've got a rapidly cooling pie that you brought home with you. Your taste buds have started to return to normal.
I'm gonna have to leave that until I'm fully recovered. I don't want to waste it.
What is with the pie? Why is the pie?
Oh, they just, it's complimentary when you leave the clinic. They just give you a meat pie. It's full of nutrients and all those things that are in those energy drinks that you need.
Does anybody here believe that?
Sebastian does.
Would you mind if
Sebastian's sniffing around the pie trying to get at it.
Would you mind if I examine the pie?
Oh, sure. Just save me some, please.
Right. I lift up like the top of the pie and check for left eyes in it.
Oh yeah, if you lift the pie out of the tin, there's actually something printed in the bottom of the tin.
Oh. What does it say? What secret messages are revealed?
You want to slide the pie off onto a plate and kind of smooth it.
Yeah.
It's actually a high detailed scan of the military base. And there's a particular building that's got an X on it. And there's some notes around the perimeter as far as like you're guessing like it's the rotation schedule of when people are on and off at particular times.
Yeah, they have changed the. I was just expecting it to say frisbee, but what is this? Show it around to everybody.
Marius, who visited you in the hospital?
I don't think anyone visited me. I don't remember. When I woke up, the nurse was unconscious on the ground, and I had a very odd feeling.
The nurse was on the ground. Can you expand on this?
If I could, I probably would try, but I was unconscious, and then I was not unconscious. But the nurse was unconscious then when I was not unconscious. So I don't know if there's something that where only one of the two of us can be conscious at a time. And when I'm asleep, then she's working or something and living her life. But as soon as I wake up, then she passes out. That's got to really suck when I have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. If that was true. But I can't think of any other reason.
No other reason.
Laszlo, I think I need some more drugs. My
I
brain.
think
You're out. The morphine drip's gone. They didn't send you with any more pain relievers, just with an antibiotic in case you develop a problem with the solid food you eat.
And I got some ibuprofen, like a whole bottle.
Yeah,
No.
you're probably feeling a little cranky as it's starting to wear off, and you're starting to feel some pain.
I mean, we got
So
so many
Marius
drugs.
continues to lie to the wrong people all the time, and or he is impeded by drugs. I like how he lies to us, but not the people he should be lying to. Try to keep that up, Marius. It's very effective. Let's see. Oh, so
Well, once he's good at lying to you guys, he'll be golden for everyone else.
Got to start somewhere.
So, let's examine the map. I am going to operate now on the presumption that Nancy is alive, and I hate it.
Oh, Nancy's alive. Hey, that's great. Where is she?
Like you didn't know this already.
Could be in the building marked with an N. At first, it looked like an X, but upon closer inspection, it looks like an N.
Just had to move that piece of lamb that was stuck to the plate.
Is this one of the larger buildings of the installation or smaller
No,
buildings?
it's one of the smaller ones towards the rear security fence.
Rear security fence. So we will now
Next to the motor pool.
disregard this entire map, and I'm going to rip this up now. So we have nothing to do with Nancy. Is this all agreed, or is this? Oh dear. Why would Nancy give us this map? Marius, do you have any idea? Does this have something to do with what we are doing with the kidnapped hostages that we are rescuing?
Yes. Clearly, that is where they are stored, and we should go there post haste.
I like how Marius continues to try to lie to us.
Laszlo, to the hearse. Let's go.
I don't think you're going anywhere right now, Marius. At least
That's
not for
probably very true.
another single day.
That's very true. Laszlo, about those drugs. How much will it cost? I need drugs. It hurts. Oh my god, it's hurting so much. Why is there no morphine? How
Why did you leave
not
the
give me
hospital?
morphine? They didn't give me any morphine. Laszlo's supposed to do it.
What?
Wow.
No, I didn't.
What?
I usually deal with dead people, not alive people.
Wait,
They don't
Morphine
need
does not
morphine
work
when
on
they're
dead
dead.
people.
Exactly.
What? Well, fine. Can someone order me some morphine?
You know that's like a controlled substance, yes?
Hang on, we've
Probably
got there's
not.
2 or 3 people in this building who I'm pretty sure have their own chem labs and
Mhm.
developing various different types of drugs.
I don't care what color it is at this point. I'll take anything.
Oh, do you want the blue morphine or the red morphine?
Yeah, but just mix them together and make it purple.
Purple morphine, you got it.
Yeah, more effective that way.
So, and this is how we start Marius's drug habit.
Oh, wait, we've got at least 2 different types of drugs that we have ourselves. What do they do
Yes,
again? Let's find out.
I was thinking one of them was what was one of them? Bliss.
Addictive, that's all I remember.
One was synth coke or something, and the other was
Synth Coke and then blue. What's it called?
blue ice.
Oh,
Neither sound like the drug I need right now.
Oh, the blue one probably. I think it's a
blue glass. That's it.
Blue glass.
That's a hallucinogenic.
Fun.
And
but,
Synth Coke is just going to make him hurt more.
yeah.
He needs the synth coke. Toughen him up a little bit.
Pinball is no longer in charge of my pain management.
Oh, I'm always in charge of not inflicting pain upon you. I'm going to study this map a little bit more. I'm going to try to learn these rotations and see if there's like a weak point for infiltration, and if it's like a one-man operation, a crew operation, what kind of support would be needed.
Yep. So if you've got a tactics skill as part of your role,
I do. I have. Let's see. Where's my tactics? I do have tactics. So I will give this a roll. Because the time. Let's see. How much luck do I have? I have 6 luck. So I'm going to add 3 to this.
okay.
So just whatever I roll plus 3.
really good.
22.
Okay, so the base security is perimeter security is actually not that intense. Go figure, because it's a military base and there are armed people everywhere. You do have guards that think of it as it's a square perimeter. The back end doesn't have any towers. The back end is mostly motor pool and some small buildings. One of those buildings is the one marked by an N. The front, it's all front loaded. There's two towers in the front. There's guard patrols. There are dogs to the front and side. The rear stops getting regular patrols after midnight. There is still an occasional patrol, but it's not like dogs or several men. It looks like normal patrols stop after midnight, but there may be people in the motor pool that are still working, etc. And that's what's kind of notated there. There are cameras, but there's only outward-facing cameras on the 4 corners, and she has marked where the blind spots are. The inward-facing cameras are mostly all in the buildings themselves. And she has noted that the back end, the motor pool, and those, they look like they're probably Quonset huts. For whatever reason, this is an overhead, like satellite imagery of the base, is what you're looking at, with lots of notes filled in. The huts in the back are just marked as storage, and she's got a question mark near it, which are not shown to be linked up to anything. No cameras, no sensors, no regular guards. But it is very close to the motor pool, which will have people working 24 hours in there. It's actually going to be very easy to get into the base. But then you're faced with a military base full of soldiers.
What's the back end up to?
The back end is... Second.
Because on our own map, it doesn't show us the back
so
of the camp.
the back end of it goes clear out to the end of that little of the island that Watson Development and NorCal military bases are, and it's a jetty or a wharf back there. It's mostly for loading. They've got cargo coming in that way. Also operates 24 hours as far as you can tell.
Do we have any info on like the security around the jetty?
Guards. There's one guard tower that looks out over the water, but that's it.
All right.
Don't we already have a boat with like lots of armaments on it?
That was a borrowed submarine.
But I was thinking of the borrowed submarine. It's like, should we call that guy to see what the status of his submarine is? It was, he was the son, I believe, of an officer of the North Cal. It was a hobby project. He's probably in a lot of trouble because of all the bullet holes that were added to it. But a submarine is a good idea for extraction if it comes to it. We'll call that Extraction Plan A.
But wait, if the submarine has bullet holes, won't it just sink?
It depends on where the bullet holes are, and also, he put some foam patch on it. That's clearly structurally sound.
All right, I can't see anything else wrong with this plan. Let's do it.
That's just Plan 1. There's contingencies.
I don't think we're going to need it. I've looked over this plan, and it's got my stamp of approval.
Fantastic. Let's see if I can come up with 2 more plans that also meet your stamp of approval.
All right, well, good luck. I have high standards.
All right. What is... This would kind of be somewhat common knowledge, but also specialized. It's like, what's the like airspace restrictions on the base, like armored planes and AVs following people outside of the base?
Hmm. That's something. Well, no, I was going to say it's something you would look up on, but you really can't. And I don't think you would have any reason to know flight patterns.
Not flight patterns, but general regulations. Like if
Yeah, you don't fly over the military base.
you don't, but
You don't. You do not.
but if someone were to kick the hive that is the military base, would they be sending helicopters after you?
Well, they have an airfield, as clearly shown on your aerial view of the base.
Yeah, that I know, and they probably have armored AVs and helicopters and probably actual cargo planes, if not fighter jets, because that's more of an Air Force thing. Though they probably have the future equivalent of a Warthog.
Oh, I want to drive that.
Get a chip socket and slot some chips, bud.
It sounds like too much effort. I'm just going to sit on the couch.
That's actually like the least amount of effort you can do. You get a chip socket. Hell, you slot up some karate skills, and suddenly you're not a fraud anymore.
I've never been a fraud. I'm just not very good at what I do.
He has stolen belts to prove his ranks.
I may be a thief, but I'm not a fraud.
And Bert has pulled the dog onto the video, so our viewership will now double.
He's being annoying today. He's not getting enough attention.
Well, I mean, that's the show, guys. The dog needs attention. Have a good night.
Yep. So, yeah, I mean, Pinball, looking at it, getting in is not a problem. You can see several ways that you can get onto the base. The base really isn't designed to protect people from getting in.
But Pinball's concern is not getting in. It's getting out.
Yeah, which might be harder if you cause a ruckus, yes, because...
Wait. I have a question. What's our plan for surviving once we're in there?
Guns. Guns is our plan for surviving once we are in there.
My previous experience has shown that those aren't always reliable.
They work much better for me.
Okay.
I mean, not to brag or anything, but you're not very good at shooting people, Marius.
I cannot disagree with that assessment.
He's a good bullet catcher, though.
I know I make it look easy, but this is so many hours grinding on Sniper Scope 3 and Persona Con DEFCON 4 Bloodfield expansion.
Yep.
So many hours.
So you're going over this, and you may question if at all this is linked to the current job that you have taken and gotten paid well for or not. You have really no idea whether Nancy is trying to give you a bump in the direction of what you need to do, or if this is something totally for her agenda. You have no idea.
I have suspicions that it is totally her idea and nothing to do with ours, because the only reason undermining my doubt of her having her own agenda is that Marius is a known security leak.
But I was unconscious at the time. I couldn't have said anything.
Does he post on the Warframes forum or something?
So it's like... all right, we'll do this thing for Nancy. I suppose to maybe just get the opportunity to shoot her myself to ensure she is dead, but
only if she double crosses us.
Only if she... what is this? Only if she double crosses us. I do not like this.
Exactly. I'm glad we're in agreement.
Fine. Because she's your girlfriend, I will only shoot her if she double crosses us.
And also, keep in mind, Marius is still very injured. He needs several days of recovery.
Have some hints that this is connected, but that involves people telling other people information, and we can't have that happening.
You
So-
know, we could do is I could just give me that agent back. I'll just call Nancy.
That is something you will not do, because what happened the last time you called Nancy?
Yeah, but now I have more reason to talk to her, so I can ask her if this
But
map of
she's
NorCal
not-
is for what we're looking for. If it's something else,
Marius. This is an educatable moment. Educable. What happened
I don't
the
think that's a
last
word.
time you called Nancy? What happened the last time you called Nancy?
hang on, my memory's a little fuzzy due to all the drugs and the bullets and the blood loss.
Let the pain sharpen your memory.
Right. Laszlo, I need another dose.
Don't give him nothing. He is avoiding the question.
hate you
No
all.
pain relief.
Well, I think last time I don't remember what happened. It's all a blur.
Well, people are trying to kill Nancy, so they bugged her phones, and everybody
was
that
silly of
calls her gets followed and then shot when they refuse to help them kill Nancy.
Oh, now I remember the shooting. Right.
So you called Nancy, you
Did you
got
end up
shot.
killing him? Did you avenge me? The guy that shot me, did you kill him?
I hit him with a car.
Oh, that's awesome. Is he dead?
I could not do the coup de grace, so I cannot be 100% sure he is dead. But let's not worry about it. It clearly will not come back up again.
I'm sure your rocket launcher will take care of it once we're back in the base.
Well, Marius and Pinball are arguing with each other. What are the rest of you doing?
I was going to go and try to find, I guess Sherlock Homie. That's the person who has
Yeah.
the pharmaceutical things, and hey, I need to well, some drugs. Can
Okay.
you
You
I
knock on
use
his
your
door.
pharmaceutical stuff? Yeah.
Before you say anything, he's like, and he's got like he's got the pipe that he's always got loaded up, but he never lights it in his mouth. He's like, I deduce that you need some chemicals that I might be able to procure for you. Chloroform?
You deduced incorrectly. I have the chemicals. I need a lab space. That is what I don't have.
Oh, okay. Well, come on in, Leslo.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
You sure you don't want any chloroform?
I mean, I'll take some if you've got some going spare, I guess, just in case.
I don't know how long this stuff lasts. I made a couple of gallons on accident.
Oh, dear. Well. we
Yeah,
can't
here,
have
take
that, can we?
take a jug. He hands you over like a
Eh.
recyclable plastic jug full of chloroform.
Well,
Say a few creds off the rent.
maybe. I don't know. Talk to your landlords.
Well, my lab is your lab, Laszlo.
Woo. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I can make any painkillers particularly, but I used up one of my medtech drugs last time to keep Marius alive, so I need to replace that at least.
Okay.
Which is I don't know, what does it take? A DV13 medical tech check, just to make that. And I don't know
If you
I
want to
can't
try and
make
make
any
something
stuff, so, yeah.
that will make Marius feel less pain but remain
Mm-hmm.
sharp, it's a 15
Cool.
to do so.
I'm down with that. He said, medtech,
Medtech.
or is that not, or is it pharmaceuticals or something to make it?
It's a good question. I think is it not a specialty under your medtech to make? If not, it would be pharmaceuticals.
You can't synthesize street drugs with medical tech. Oh, I've got medtech pharmaceuticals. So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So yes. Hiya. Oh, there you go. That was
Barely.
pretty bad.
You got your 15.
Barely.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
It's something that will cut the pain, but not mess with him overly much. Mild
Good.
stimulant, while it's a system depressor at the same time.
Oh, there we go. And and I replaced my. Do you want a separate roll to replace my drugs as well?
They're
I
just all
used
common
on him.
stuff, right? So no, you don't need to roll.
No, it's not. It's medtech only stuff. So
Yeah.
You have to
No, let's just say
fumble
yeah,
the-
sure.
Yeah, you would have to.
Yeah,
fumble
so
the
you
file
deplete
thing.
Sherlock Holmes' stores a little
that's
bit,
true.
and he's like, yeah, if you can just take a bit off the rent to pay me back for those chemicals, that'd be great.
You'll have to talk to your landlords about that, as I said.
That's you. You're one of my landlords.
Yes, as I said, landlords. I am a landlord, singular.
All right.
I'm more than willing
Ah,
to pay
well,
you
thanks
for
for
the
stopping
thing,
by,
but,
Laszlo. Always a
I
pleasure.
will talk to the others and tell them what is going on.
Oh, don't
Maybe I
forget
will
your
ask.
jug of chloroform, and he kind of toes the jug over to you. Don't
Thank you.
forget your chloroform.
All right. So now I have 2 drugs that will possibly make Marius less complaining about pain. Yes. All right. Well, I'll try the one that I made first of all before trying the chloroform. If that doesn't work,
All right, Marius. Yeah, it's like taking taking a good extra strength aspirin or such. It works well enough. It takes the edge off. Like you can still kind of feel a little pressure, and you can definitely feel the sutures, but you don't feel pain.
I'll take it. You know what? I'm feeling great. Thank you very much, Laszlo. This is very nice of you. I appreciate this greatly.
And he's also carrying this like plastic jug of some kind of chemical.
That jug keeps sloshing around a lot. You should put that down before you make a mess.
okay. I'll go and put it over by the eagle statue underneath it. Just for safekeeping at the moment. This is chloroform if anybody needs any. If you're having trouble sleeping at night.
Well, sometimes I get a little thirsty, so that's good to know.
Is it movie chloroform that works really quickly, or is it the stuff that is very dangerous to try to actually use?
I don't know. I have not tried it. You're welcome to try some.
Marius, take a step.
Not when he's
It's like
already
there's
on.
like a there's like a black marker label on it that says recreational chloroform.
I don't think I want to know what kind of recreation they're using this for. It's worse than my browsing history.
That won't put you to sleep. Alright. Yeah. I also have healing drugs that will help you be healed quicker if you want them.
So, Marius, to review the conversation we just had, I have devised a plan with a submarine escape and a plan with an AV escape. Before we do this thing for Nancy, I would like you to devise a thorough, peer-reviewed plan for extraction from this base that does not involve submarine or AV or other flying vehicles. In the meantime, we still have the other. We got to.
Okay, got it.
Oh dear. Go ahead.
Okay, so Pinball takes his rocket launcher and then just blows a hole in the side, and we just run out through there. And then when we're out, Pinball turns around and shoots another rocket and collapses the opening. And then we're free. They'll never catch us.
Better than I thought. I will admit, better than I thought.
I do admit it does include a certain je ne sais quoi of me shooting rocket launchers. I appreciate that part.
That was my number one requirement, that you be allowed to shoot the rocket launcher.
Question for you though.
Answer.
What is the part of the plan that prevents us from catching bullets in our backs as we try to run away? Bullets tend to go really, really far and faster than we can run.
Oh. Well, see, this is a good learning opportunity.
I know. Educable moment.
Educable. I'm still not sure that's a word. I know.
It was one of my vocab words when I was learning English. It is absolutely a word.
I'll take your word for that. So to avoid the bullets, we'll crawl out, and then we'll be below the bullets. Because bullets only fly high, right? Because I've never seen a bullet fly ground level.
Well, the thing is that
Have you?
man. Yes, actually, but the thing is that they actually operate on a parabolic arc. They're constantly falling while going fast. Oh boy.
Cut scene to a movie where the army is, sir, they're crawling right at us. We can't shoot that low.
I like that movie. It was a good movie. I forgot about gravity. Gravity's a bitch.
Gravity is a bitch. Makes most things work on Earth, though. So while you fine-tune your escape plan, remember, one of the qualifiers for a good escape plan is you don't get shot in the process of escaping.
Okay, I got it.
We are going to...
Oh, no, I got it.
Oh, boy. Hit me with it.
So we flashbang them, and then we run really fast, and we take cover, and then we flashbang them again, and repeat.
Good, but...
See, there we go. We're done. This is awesome.
There's problems with that. One, first flashbang, great idea. Caveat.
Meanwhile, your rat has sniffed around the chloroform bottle and just passed out.
Joining.
Many army personnel, much like myself, I might add, are have the cyber optics that prevent flash dazzle.
Okay. We have to get a netrunner in there to... I'm going to have to think about this. What can a netrunner do for us?
This is a very good question. While you're thinking about this and ironing out all these problems with your plan, we shall continue to focus on what we have been paid to do, which is...
Oh, I got it. The netrunner can hack the cameras and then reflect all the light using the lens of the cameras in all the soldiers' faces.
The snake has crawled its way up your character's leg, Jameis, so that it's kind of near your ear. It's like, these two like fight like an old couple, but I thought you might want to know. I'm getting some strange like noise coming down from ground level.
What? Go over and peer out the window.
There's a car parked across the street.
Yep, cars do that. There's a lot of cars around.
Yeah, it's making some kind of noises. Towards our building. Like, she actually plays it for you. Sounds like a little bit of audio feedback, and then you can hear your own voices talking. You're looking out the window, somebody kind of like stumbles a little bit, like you can see it, like somebody just drops some coffee all over their shirt and their hand goes outside the window just a little too far, and you can see like one of those shotgun mics sticking out the window before it's pulled back in.
And now, does the car look like it's military spec or just?
It looks like just a shot up, like it looks like it belongs in your part of town. It's got like welded on pieces of metal to cover up bullet holes. Lots of the glass is cracked. It looks like it belongs in your neighborhood.
Pinball has an internal radio, doesn't he? Does he have internal radio?
Yes, I do. Well, no, I just have an external one.
Ah.
But I do have one.
Yeah,
Earpiece. So I continue to shoot down Marius's plans while he
I sent a note to your agent saying, continue talking, we're under audio observation.
Right. I continue, and then I start throwing in more video game references. Uh, uh, this assault on this video game base is very important that you go out with
Do you have
flawless.
acting skill, or do you have? Let's see, what would it be? So this will be a. I always forget the skill list. I need to look at the skill list.
Lying, probably.
No, it's not lying because you're putting on an act.
So let's see. Persuasion.
Acting. It's probably under.
It's under performance acting. I'm looking for acting.
Yeah.
I got it at 6, which
Hey,
is
give
just
me a
base.
Yeah.
Better than me.
It's twice as high as mine.
12.
Yeah, actually, it doesn't come off nearly as clumsy as you made that sound. You actually just kind of. Now, the question is
Well-
if Marius can pick up on it. Because he doesn't have his agents. You took both of his agents.
I mean, somebody can hold up the agent to him
Yeah.
so he can read the message.
Fine.
I
I hold
look
up.
over at Laszlo and point to the jug of chloroform.
Hmm?
You know what? That's probably the safest thing you could do right about
Your
now.
rat has claimed it as it like grabs onto the jug possessively.
Look, just give me the controller, and I'll just do this my way. And if it doesn't work, we'll just reload and try your way.
All right, all right. You are so lucky that I take such pity on you.
Hey, so that was a good roll. So the guy, you're kind of still looking out the window a little bit there, and the guy kind of sticks his head out of the car, like he throws his coffee cup to the ground, kind of wipes off his shirt, and then car starts up, and it just starts to slowly pull away.
I have missed my opportunity to bust out the window and shoot it with a rocket launcher.
I was
Yes, you
thinking
do.
you need to do that.
Yeah, I was thinking you should do that, but I didn't want to say it. So.
I mean, there's still time.
He is slowly pulling away.
Yeah.
But
I
but
see
the
no
problem
problem.
is I'm actually not trained in heavy weapons.
Practice makes perfect.
Let's see.
How else are you supposed to get good except try trying?
Yeah.
I was wondering when you asked for the rocket launchers if someone had that skill or not.
I've got base.
I got luck points to use every time it comes up. That was my plan.
That's how you learn.
I see no
right.
problem with shooting it. Yeah.
So it turns the corner and just kind of leaves, not drawing any attention to itself as it just kind of go down. It even turns on music as it kind of makes that turn.
All right. See if we can't call up some guys to monitor that place on the way out.
What place?
You know some people, right? So I'm going to try to. Let's see. No, Tetra knows some people. Why? Where is she?
Yeah, she's not around.
No,
She probably
got
just
a
left a note saying
chloroform.
that she's going to
No.
grab some food.
I told you we're missing the one competent person.
Yes.
Laszlo,
Mhm.
I've got a
That's me.
question. If we actually potentially want to move the plot along a little, you know.
Mhm.
No, we don't. Okay, don't worry.
No, go on. Say something.
So we had the dentist. They use clones from those people to grow teeth, but they're not the only ones in the city who do surgery. In particular, the trauma team probably does a lot of surgery in that, so they probably get specialized body parts. You know people in the trauma team section. Where does the trauma team get their bits from? I assume wildly the same place. So where do they get their from?
No, I would not assume they get them from the same place.
No, trauma team. They will.
I mean,
they
they do it
if they need
legally.
to do that, they'll clone it from the actual client. They'll have it ready, standing by from the actual client.
Okay.
Yeah, these are from kidnapped live people.
Yes.
keeping live people around who do not
Why
want to be
don't-
there
Why
is
don't the
not.
dentist just clone the teeth from the client bloody DNA thing? If it's that simple technology.
Maybe it costs a lot more to do than
Okay.
kidnapping and holding people, and against their will and everything.
Well, since no one told us about the connection there between the dental connection and what else they found, we've got nothing to go on.
Well, I don't think there was any. I don't know.
There was, just no one told us about it. So
I don't know what it is.
no, neither do I.
Yeah. Do you want this healing thing or not? Marius?
Yes, please.
Alright. Look over here. Say cheese. Stab.
Cheddar.
I
The
stab
mouse
him
looks
with
up for a
a-
moment.
I stab him with a drug which heals body plus willpower. Amount.
I love that
Oh, that's
Laszlo describes giving the injection as I stabbed them with the drug.
Yeah, I don't deal with living people very often. That's it doesn't matter when I need to get. Nobody complains when I need to get a blood sample from a dead corpse, and I just stab them.
This is true.
I didn't
So,
notice anything. I think it's all fine.
Well,
Compared
you
I
to
mean,
don't
you're on
move.
drugs.
compared to the
Don't do
bullets, this doesn't hurt at all.
I'll remember that for next time.
All right, abandoning that plot then. A simple idea I had about how we could get that video game base. That motor pool sounds pretty accessible. So if we simply get a military vehicle, and I know some people who can probably get one that's put on the downside. We simply slip in there and say we're delivering parts, and maybe some people could go and sneak in and try and find out what's in this inn. But that would involve stealth, so that's probably off the option list.
Right. Again, it's not a problem of getting in; it's a question of getting out.
Well, see,
Most plans usually fall apart at the extraction. So once Marius comes up with a third viable plan for the extraction,
I got
we can do
one.
that.
I got one.
No, you don't.
I got one.
So,
okay. So
Until then,
you get a net runner,
oh
right?
boy.
And the net runner has to hack into the audio system, and then they'll just broadcast Smash Mouth, and no one can resist dancing when Smash Mouth is playing. So all the soldiers will just start dancing, and we'll just walk right out.
Are you going to
You can
follow
still
that with
use your
Sweet
bazooka.
Caroline? They'll do a line dance to that one, I'm sure.
The point about stealth is you don't need to have great extraction plans because you're stealthing and just getting whatever's in there back into
You
the.
still need an extraction plan because usually you have to go loud at some point. Not having an extraction plan will endanger, me personally, because I do not see you going in stealth-wise. But
No, I'm
be
gonna
that
with
as
the
it may,
car.
yes.
Do you know what kind of armor the bloody military vehicles have? They've actually got quite good armor.
And that's all very good points. But if we turn on Smash Mouth loud enough, we don't have to worry about being stealthy.
Besides, Herb can probably hack the network while you're there and just sort of disable it if need be.
Oh, now I'm bringing Herb. Is that it?
I was always going to take Herb.
Fantastic. Again, until Marius comes up with a viable plan,
I think that
we
this plan is
should
viable.
proceed
I don't
with
see
the
anything
thing
wrong
we
with
are
it.
getting paid for.
Maybe we should take a vote.
I like his plan. He gets all the stars.
Stars are bad. Stars are bad.
Unless you're a general, then stars are good, right?
Oh,
Well, what is your plan for this thing that we are getting paid for then? Because we do not have anywhere to go for these people.
what
who are
was
being
our last
captured.
leads on them? What was the last thing we found out about the?
We asked Marius to track where the request went for replacements, but that was it. We never heard anything from that.
Did we have anything from the invoice or there? Didn't we have they were all from a single place?
Yep,
We did.
It's a delivery company. Request is placed and it's just brought to place in town where it's picked up.
So we are now going to go to this delivery company and check out the information there, you can bring Herb. Herb can probably find out all the information that we actually need.
I
Yes,
thought the
no,
delivery place was across the country.
they have to have a
Well, that's
local
where it
office.
comes from. There's a local receiving area that gets the package.
I mean, they'd have to, right?
Mhm.
Their local distribution center.
Okay, if this is the case, I completely misunderstood what was going on then with all this stuff. So, okay, let's go look at the local delivery place then.
Fantastic. That sounds like a plan that we should enact right now. Is there anybody else listening in on us, Marius?
Why are you asking me? How would I know?
Because it's, you could maybe deduce it. You know what? We should get you to talk to Sherlock Holmes, maybe get some lessons. I'm sure he would love some money off his rent for educating you in logical reasoning.
Oh, he might want money off his rent because I had to use his place to do drugs. To make
You have to
drugs. Yes.
Oh, phrasing. I
The
know,
place to do
English is
drugs
so
is the
hard.
floor up with the
Yes.
the older gal that keeps trying to seduce everyone.
Oh, she was on the first floor.
Oh, yeah.
Marius, what do you say about alleviating some of Sherlock Holmes' rent?
Oh, whatever works. Yeah, I can't take a hands off to this place, so I just let you guys all do what you think is best.
I know, but he is the one supplying you with the pain-free medicine.
Well, that kind of puts me in a contentious spot, right? Because I'm going to benefit from him getting not paying
Please
rent.
explain to me again why I'm not shooting Marius in the head.
Because then you'd have to clean it up, and it would hurt me a lot.
Yes, I would have to clean it up. That would be... You're right. Marius, would you please visit me in the back alley, by the sewer grate?
I can't, I'm still recovering, and a doctor said I can't move too much, so
Are you sure?
I'm just going to stay on the couch.
I mean, I hear there's candy down there. Would you like some candy?
I can't have any solid food, thank you, though.
Oh, yeah.
So the store that
Duh.
receives the packaging is just a local receiving place that distributes. Basically, if you're not going through the mail system, think of it like UPS, right? It's a packaging service that will receive packages in and distribute it through the city, through bike, through drone, through car, however it needs to be done. But they are likely to have the information from where the package actually originated. Whereas you wouldn't, or the end person wouldn't. So yeah, that's why the doctor's office didn't have anything more than just the delivery hub information.
So let's roll up on this place. Maybe we can find out who's following us. Who I believe a very good idea is some other place that has a keen interest in us and is following us because Marius. Couldn't you have gotten us involved with the French or something?
I'm sorry.
I mean, you ran over 6 people, so they could be tracking you instead. Trying to find out about you and your killing ways. It's not always about Marius.
When has me ever killing someone come back to haunt us? Never! Because I am too good at it.
There's always a first time.
There is always a first time. In which case I will kill them.
Oh well.
Alright, so let's see. What grenades do we have available currently?
For a packaging place? Are we just
You'll never
going there
know.
to...
I was thinking maybe for cars that might be following us, but packaging place too, that's a good idea.
Wouldn't the rocket launcher work good for cars following?
I'm better at throwing.
You'll never get better at the rocket launcher unless you practice with it.
Well,
And the real tech is something to drive so they don't follow you.
well, it's more like I can put a grenade and then run away. They're more versatile. Let's just put it that way.
But if you shoot a rocket at a car, then you get to watch it blow up.
Marius, would you like to shoot the rocket launcher?
No, the instructions on the medication say not to operate any heavy weaponry.
Does it?
Yeah, you'll have to see. Look, this is Night City. What do you expect?
So let us just get to the place, and hopefully nobody follows us. I will just take my usual loadout. Oh,
I think Marius will stay at home on the couch and chill with whoever else is staying. The snake? The animatronics, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Miss Snake, if you wish to strangle him in his sleep, I will not cry over it.
So the place is got a location in the Haywood Industrial Zone. So
don't pretend we're doing anything plot related, Bert.
it's a bit of a drive to get there. But I will point out that Marius does actually have the invoices of the receipt and would have an actual claim to ask where those packages came from. Since he apparently is on the org chart for the dentist group for some reason.
And guess who took his agents away from him?
Well, you have them right now, so you can be Marius for the day.
Let's see.
Oh no, cursed.
I urge to shoot myself in the head. Rising.
I know.
If you're doing this, who's driving, or how are you getting there? Marius is staying back.
Depends what we're taking.
Healing. That's the question. Yeah, how are you getting there?
We're taking my van, and I'm driving.
Yeah, I don't see a reason not to.
Okay. So then those that are not driving, give me an awareness perception check, please.
All right.
That's why I'm driving, because I can't awareness.
No.
I am very good. I am even better than I used to be. Because this is probably threat detection.
Yeah.
So if it's threat detection, it'd be a 21.
Okay. 16 wasn't good enough, but a 21 is. You have a tail, and it's very good. This is getting on towards evening, but it's also like kind of the busiest time as far as traffic goes. So there's a fair amount of traffic. And you notice that there is a car that you keep looking back, and occasionally you'll see it and then not see it for a bit, then see it again. It's doing a really world-class job of weaving in and out of traffic and being just far enough behind you, but still following you. You've made enough turnoffs at this point as you're getting towards the Haywood Industrial Zone that it would be ridiculous to think that they weren't following you. Very unlikely that they weren't.
At least not while they're weaving in and out of traffic. I mean,
So,
they just happen
yeah.
to be going the same way. They'd be right behind us the entire time.
Yep. So you don't catch on to this. I'm taking it by, your original roll augmented. So you don't catch on to this until after you're over the bridge. So like you're on 828 before you catch on to this. So you could still try and shake them before you get to where you're going if you don't want them to know that, or just let them. I don't know. You're the one that figured it out, Pinball. So what do you say?
So, Elena, how do you feel about the snake? Is no longer here. Why are you bringing up the snake? Oh my!
You're the one who talks to the snake. So.
Did you not talk to the snake too? The snake can talk. My word. I believe everybody is trying to give me an aneurysm. Somebody asked me if I'm okay.
Are you okay?
Kinda not. I'm kinda not okay. My stress levels have been so high, my blood pressure. Laszlo probably needs to tell me that I need to take it off of the stressful situations, but I am not going to because I am going to tell you instead somebody's following us.
Yeah, that
It's
way.
that car back there. And what color is it? White?
Just like a brown sedan.
The brown sedan. And I list off the license plate, which is whatever I can probably see.
2. It's 2. No.
Yeah.
License plate 2.
Yeah, license plates aren't really that much of a thing in Night City.
Yeah, they're all chipped, so they're
Barcode, what's up? I got a cyber. I can probably QR code.
you know what? I would say that instead of a license plate, there's probably VR. Like if you look at it in VR, all the identification stuff would pop up in VR.
Wow, John Smith owns a lot of cars.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he has a dealership. You know how it is.
Yeah.
It's not the same car at all, is it?
Well,
The other
if
one was a
pinball,
van.
if pinball clues you in and you take a look, it's not, but it's the same kind of car. Very you wouldn't notice it.
Does it have a
very-
tinted windshield?
It's got a smoked windshield, yeah, but that's pretty common because sun radiation being what it is, almost everything has tinting now.
Okay, so Elena, what would you like to do? You are in the driver's seat.
Well, I find my decent car, which Bert won't let me get.
Who is this Bert you speak of? What is wrong with
He's
your
the guy
van?
that owns the car dealership that doesn't want to make a deal.
Do you need me to talk to Bert? I'll go
Yeah.
with you. I can be very convincing.
This one's only been in 4 drive-bys, perfectly safe. Only driven by a bank robbing grandma on alternate Sundays.
I know. Do you
So-
want to lose them? I want to lose them. No. I'm not the tactics guy here.
Can
Well,
you
I-
lose them?
Of course I can lose them. It's not
I
the
don't
thing.
believe you can.
Yes, this is in doubt. I think it'd be more likely for me to pop up with the back and shoot it with a rocket launcher.
Well, actually,
There's a lot of traffic. Again, keep that in mind. He's using the traffic to obscure himself.
Yeah. Fine, I'll win my way through some of the side streets and stuff. And
Oh, you want to
lose
try and
Yes.
lose him? All right.
Yeah.
Well, make me a driving roll.
I'm going to add 3 from my luck to this, just for fanciness, to be honest. 21 plus 3, 24.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get
Very
a
fancy.
roll here. This is going to be a versus roll.
Yeah.
No, you lose him pretty quick.
See? Now, on the other hand, we're also lost. So does anyone know where we are? Some place called
Yes,
San
you're the driver who
Francisco?
can- No, it's Night City.
Hmm?
All right. How about we? Let's see.
Oh, you find the place easy enough. This area of Night City is mostly all completely reconstructed. You don't have side roads that just suddenly end in a bunch of collapse. This has all been cleaned up really well, and it's all been. This was a planned city, so all the roads intersect in a very which direction you should be going. You're able to find a street to get there. So it takes a little bit longer, but you do arrive at the Haywood Industrial Zone. And you're looking for a business that's just called the Parcel Store.
The parcel store.
Anybody got any? Well, I tell you what. Does anyone has Streetwise? Go ahead, and give me a roll on that.
We've all got Night City what's-majiggery.
Local
Yeah.
expert Night City.
Yeah, we've all
Yeah.
got locals for Night City.
Yeah.
Is that what you want? Because Streetwise isn't
Yeah.
exactly a thing.
Yeah. It's just what you know about the how Night City operates. Oh,
Leslie,
Laszlo
what's your
probably
thing?
has used this service before.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
a lot of illegal packages flow through the store.
It's
Well,
weird.
you know,
It's one of
they
the
mail
reasons
the body
why.
parts.
That is
One
what I
of
was
the
going to say.
reasons why
Yeah.
the addresses are often obscured at the end destination.
Mm,
It's,
I think
it's,
we
it's
all
a place
know
where you can
something
kind of
about this place.
anonymize a
left
delivery.
eyes. All those left eyes, they need to go somewhere.
I mean, when you got to mail out body parts, you can't exactly use the standard postal service.
Okay, so we know where it is now. It's over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's busy.
If I've
It's
used
got a
this
large
before.
freight dock in the rear where there's a bunch of semi trucks always parked, coming and going. The facility is open 24/7 because they take receivers in just all day and night long, and they make deliveries all day and night long.
Does it have a customer-facing bit as well, where you could
Yeah,
go
of
in and
course.
drop off
Yep.
a package?
You can go in and just personally drop off a package yourself, and they've got all the rates are set up there. You can even have something like set to be delivered on a specific time, and they'll hold it. Yeah, you've been through here at least once before, I would say, Laszlo.
So, Elena, do you want to just take Herb in and get the information?
I'll take care of
I mean, we could crate Herb up in a box and post them back to us, and then it would be inside in their system for a pretty long time, and that would get us all the things. Yeah.
I mean, there's
That's
some of
actually
this
pretty
to Herb.
smart.
I mean, this seems like a thing to do. Yes.
Oh, for delivery in an hour. Yeah. Deliver to us in an hour.
Exactly.
Express delivery. Yeah.
Take it 2 days from express delivery, mate. Especially if you want it in an hour.
We'll need it tomorrow.
We need it tonight. Executive Express.
No, I mean, we can. Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
I am
well,
okay with this plan.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll go in there, get a box, and come out, and then put Herb in the box while we're in the car, so they don't see us.
We'll explain to him what we want done, and if he whatever else he wants to
If we
do,
can.
then it's up to him. But,
This is a learning
Hey,
expedition.
2-year-old Herb.
You've been complaining how you can't reach much further. We're going to give you a little trip.
Yeah, we'll go everywhere and connect with multiple networks as it goes
how
around the
many electronic
town.
stuff will be stored in there as well that you can connect to, let alone it's like
Exactly.
their own system.
Yeah.
And if this doesn't, if you don't find out anything, we can just come back and mail something else.
Yeah.
All right, so
we'll
what's your
just
plan?
also-
How do you want to do this?
Go in, buy a box, come outside
Okay.
again. Because
So
presumably
you go
there's
in. The first thing you'll notice is that they have very good security. There are cameras facing the lot, and there are cameras inside. You go up to the desk. Who is doing this?
I mean, I was the one saying the things.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I've been there before, so
Yeah, you've been there before. So, Caddy is at the desk. She actually works part-time at the morgue. She's trying to learn and get enough skills to get hired on. But until then, she's kind of doing this. She's like, "Oh, Laszlo." She kind of looks around and says, "Are we mailing out parts again?"
No, I cannot say exactly officially. Obviously, I just need a box at the moment. Then it's not all crated up yet. Just need the box, and then I'll be back in a minute.
Okay, yeah. She just points over and various size boxes, everything from just cardboard to wood to plastic, fiberglass, everything that you might need. You just pick something out.
Yeah, I think it's about the size of a Rubik's cube, isn't it? So you just
Yeah.
So how big? Yeah.
So yeah, I get that and some packing materials, and then go back outside, pack up Herb, and then sit.
All right, so here's where this comes in, where it gets to be shady.
Yeah.
One of the options, which of course there is a fee for, is anonymized. So there won't be any tracking as to where It's who's putting it into the system, just where it's being delivered. So that's like a yes or no thing.
So I mean, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I do not want it to be. I mean, they'll still see us on the cameras if they need to. But yeah. All right.
Ask Herb to deal with that.
Oh, I can't be talking to the package now.
Well, while you're
Well,
paying
somebody
the thing.
outside in the car can be with your assistants.
Yeah. It's basically, Bert gave us Herb, so we actually have someone who need hacking.
Ow! Ow!
I mean, he's not the
You ain't
miser.
wrong. Yeah. So who are you having it addressed to? Where do you want it delivered?
To
She
us.
probably doesn't know your actual home address,
Yeah.
Laszlo. So
I think it's just going to be to us 1 hour from now.
Mm. Yeah.
At
Yeah, you can do that.
the parcel store.
Yep.
Yeah.
At the parcel store.
That's what I was thinking. We'll just get it delivered to the parcel store 1 hour from now. That's where
No, I'd deliver it back to our place. Because, I mean, then it
Well,
gets
you
to
want
go.
it to be in the system here, don't you, for a while?
Well, then
Yeah.
we don't send it express delivery. We say deliver tomorrow. So then it will just sit here for a day.
Well, we want to pick it up in an hour because we don't want to be sitting on our asses till tomorrow.
yeah, the more
Do we
time you
want-
give it, the
we
more
need to have
Okay,
some
fine.
time
Take
to
the
do
road
stuff.
and
So, I mean, we
Whatever.
just deliver it.
Marius needs the recoup time anyway.
Yeah.
Just overnight it.
So, yeah. To
Yeah.
our home address. Back at the.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
yeah. So you can pick
Short
you can
house.
pick a time. It's 1 hour. So like if you say you want it delivered at 2, they'll have between 2 and 3 to deliver it. They've got a 1 hour window. So you decide what time it's delivered. That's you pay your money. You also have the opportunity to anonymize the payments as well. You can go through a couple of different sources where your money is anonymized and put back into the system. So you get the idea that if somebody really didn't want to be tracked, it would be difficult to track. But we'll get back to that in a minute. So you do this,
Fortunately, we have
put it in the system.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Given the fun
yeah.
I've been having with the postal system this week, this has probably been a bad idea.
Mm.
Is there anything else you want to do while you're here other than just get Herb into the system?
Did we want to be Marius and ask him for where the stuff was? Maybe it should be here for picking up already, you know? Stephen?
I don't know.
Pinball? You've got Marius' stuff. You're
I-
the one who can act. Do you want to go in there and be Marius and see if it's there, or ask where the original package
I
came from?
suppose I could ask. Okay. All right. Let me think. I will not lie to anyone past the that I am Marius. Let's see. Yeah, I'm getting into character. Let me think here. Yes, I know Nancy. She is so great. Oh, I am hungry. What
Yeah,
is
seems pretty- Wow, Marius is in the truck with us.
What what is net running? I do not know. Hoo-ha! Karate. I will do it.
Mm.
Have a tournament this weekend. Okay. What am I trying to find out again? This is me continuing to be Marius. No,
Yeah,
seriously. Remind me again what I'm supposed to find out.
So you've got
Do they have the
invoices.
package? Where did that come from? Yeah, you got the
Yeah.
invoice for it. Do they have the package yet? Do you have the original source delivery located?
All
Tracking.
right.
Do you have the tracking information for it?
All right. I go in with the information I have. I get it up on the agent prep. All right. Walk up to through the security, looking totally like Marius. I got a cool pair of sunglasses on. Could be anybody. I have a karate belt tied around my waist. Red one because, that's what I had with me and also what Marius stole and never took out of the van. Get up to the desk and I'd like to request some information, please.
Sure. Tell you what, either give me conversation or persuasion.
Conversation or persuasion? Conversation or persuasion? I'm going to get persuasion.
Ooh,
Ouch.
that's a great roll. That's a great
That's
roll.
that's a 1.
Yeah. So with that, she never
That-
asked for you to prove that you're Marius at all. She just pulls up the invoice number, pulls it in, and says, "Okay, well, this was paid for anonymization from the source, but not from here to delivery. I mean, I can tell you who the package carrier was. I can tell you when it was delivered. I can tell you when it entered our system, but that's as far as I know."
I feel such like Marius at the moment. It's eerie.
So with that role, basically, you're not charming enough for her to go out of her way to do more. So she's basically just giving you the company line of "can't be traced."
Well, I didn't realize it had been anonymized. I should have expected. Just please, what information you can provide, please.
Yep. Yeah. So she will pass over the information to the agent in service. So it comes through on Marius's agent, all the delivery information, when it entered the system, etc.
Just because I only have eyes for Nancy. I can't
You're
even
playing
put
it
on the
well.
Oh, did you want to maybe get dinner later? No?
No.
Oh. And then I slump out like Marius. Dejected.
Okay, so let's we're at time, so let's just move it along a little bit. So actually,
Well, I
that was
thought
a
that
really
went
good
very
idea.
well.
I really like that. I really like that idea. So when you do get the delivery the next day and you get into contact with Herb, he does tell you that, well, so technically it is untraceable when someone pays for the for that service. Technically, they do write it on like hard copy, like physically write it on things that is kept when it shouldn't be, because according to their business model, they don't keep digital records, which is true. They do keep handwritten records. Herb was able to go through and actually look at the video cameras of people writing out everything.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Have an address. You have an address. It's a couple of it's like less than 2 hours drive right outside of Night City. Mostly protected highway. I have to say mostly because in between any major city, there's always gangs. This at least has patrol routes on it, but to place 2 hours right outside of the city is where it originated.
So do we switch over to red markets now system?
Yep. No, I like that. That was good thinking of using Herb for that. So yeah. Also, you guys have an enormous amount of pay data if you ever wanted to try and blackmail or sell off information. Herb got a really good collection of just data that he has in his stores.
Would we ever?
Yeah.
Now,
You know-
two-year-old
So the
toddler.
reason I gave you guys Herb was just for me to be able to hand wave like really intense net running stuff, because it takes so much bleeding time to do that, even in this system that streamlines it. Having a netrunner, live netrunner with you will still be necessary. And so Marius is not being thrown to the edges here. I'm just using Herb as a way to get you information without having to do a bunch of rolls. So there we go. So let's go ahead and into there. You guys have an origin point just outside of Night City to the east. You got all the information you know to get there. The place does not have a company name or anything. It's just a building with an address.
It only took us 2 hours to get that.
Mm-hmm.
We're good.
Yeah. There you go. Wow. If I had asked you guys to just vamp and eat up time to wait for Kim to come back, you guys would have done an excellent job. Sadly, I did not ask you to do that.
Oh, well, sorry. I thought that's what we were doing.
It was character development.
So Marius, go ahead and heal another body's worth of hit points.
You're no longer
Yeah, I was
grievously
thinking
wounded.
of buying a cryo tank, but I don't know how easy it would be to get one. I've got the money for it. I just don't
A
know how easy it would
cryo
be to get one.
tank. Well, you mean a healing thing, not a
It's called-
crazy one.
It's actually called a cryo tank, and you do heal on them.
Is it? That's
Yeah,
interesting.
look it up.
Oh, cryo pump is what I have.
No,
Right,
there's
okay.
underneath cryo
No,
tank. there's another-
Right, cryo pump is the thing that I have access to.
Oh, right.
As a
Exactly.
It's just confusing. I mean, why would they call them almost the same thing? So,
All right,
no.
let's go ahead and end it there for the night then. Richard, tell us about your stream.
hi there, I'm Richard, and if you like me watching me do, all of this really slowly and badly, why, you can watch me do it the same sort of thing with video games. Yay! Here on Twitch at LMTDTMFFR. Or, say it with me now.
Limited time
Time offer.
offer.
No vowels.
No bells. Okay.
So I'm not too bad.
We're still bad at that. Jameis, tell us about your blog.
I have a blog. I put stuff on there where I do mainly talk about the media I've been watching, and there's so much stuff come out there. Those seem murder bastards keep producing more stuff to watch. They should stop.
Not nearly as much as we should be, but yeah. We'll go with that. Kelly, got anything you want to plug?
I
Tell
have
us all
nothing.
about your social woes up in Canada.
It's we're getting close to snow. That's about it so far.
Yeah.
That sounds
sounds
terrible.
bad.
That's okay.
Steven.
We can-
No,
got
I
anything,
don't have
Steven?
anything interesting. I mean, let's see. I now have a Blue Sky account. If somebody really wishes to try to hunt me down, I give no other clues.
Yeah, I could have Blue Sky account. I've even got
That's it.
invites, but no
You
one
know.
wants one.
All right. And all of our social links can be found at bluemagic, BLUMAGIK.com. There's well over 15 years now worth of podcasting goodness on there, where a lot of episodes are also taking up, 2 hours to get something done. And no, it just happens. Sometimes it's shopping. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Everybody.